Hey guys, welcome to Nifty World. I'm Bex, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my step-by-step research to finding the NFTs I want to buy nice and early. And hopefully, this video will give you the bare bones of what you need to do to make those more informed decisions so you don't get caught up with all of the big bubble and FOMO of NFTs and actually buy those that will last and give you prosperity in the future. Now, just a quick disclaimer for you, this is not financial or legal advice. This is just showing you what my journey is, how I make decisions, and essentially is just a little tick list that you can do in addition to your own research. So I wish you lots of luck with it. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you find it useful. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and of course leave me a comment if you've got any questions at all. But for now, let's dive right in. Okay guys, welcome to my computer screen and welcome to the first stop on your journey to finding the right NFT for you and finding it early. Now, there used to be loads of times in which you would have to spend hours and hours and hours doing research, but now, yay, there's a tool that we can use which makes things a hell of a lot easier, and that is called Rarity Tools. Now, there's probably going to be loads of tools that are going to be like this coming out in the future. But for me, this is my first port of call when I go to look for new NFTs that I want to be ahead of the game and try and get as early as possible when they get minted. So what you want to do is you want to go on Rarity Tools. I have listed this in the description for you so you can click straight through to this. Now, this has lots of different features of which I will go through in other videos so you can have a more in-depth tutorial. But here, what you want to be doing is going straight to the upcoming section on this toolbar. So this is your upcoming NFT sales, okay? So this is where you're going to find out where the next drops are going to happen. And the way they break this down is really simple. So you're going to be told what the project is. So we can just quickly look at this Wanna Panda as a good example. This is a featured one. So it's going to tell you what the project is. So it's a collection of 10,000 hand-drawn pandas. With over 200 traits, you'll be able to see a selection of the imagery to see if that is to your taste. And then moving along here to the links, you'll be able to look at what social community building links they have. So your Discord, your Twitter, and also the website. Next to that, you're going to get the price and supply. So this is going to be the price at minting, 0.06. So this is probably, if it's on an upward trajectory and we think that the hype is going to carry it, that's going to be the cheapest price these are going to go for. And they're just going to go up and up and up. That's what you hope. It's not always going to happen, but that's why you do your research. So 0.06 ETH is what the initial sales price will be before it goes on secondary market. And then you'll have 10,000 of these in total. And I think, 10,000 or anything less than 10,000 is kind of a good benchmark for you, because if it's 10 million, you know that there's going to be 10 million available and probably not worth that much more money in the future. And then you've finally got a sale and date time. So for this featured one, it's TBD, but let's go down the list and see what else is coming up. So you can see a few drops that have happened in recent days that have stayed on here. And you can carry on going down and seeing if there's any artwork that takes your initial interest, or even if there's a price point that takes your initial interest. 0.03 ETH is a lot cheaper. If you are starting out, I would say, buy stuff because you like it, and, just understand the process before you invest lots of money. Now, there is one when I've been looking here, which I do think is quite interesting. This is Boho Bones. Now, this has stood out to me because it's an interesting collection of imagery, but what's really piqued my interest is that it says Bone Avatar NFTs with audio, something that I don't have in my collection and something that I am not too familiar with. And it might be very innovative and very new. So it's a really good idea to look into this one a little bit more. And that's what we're going to do. So we've got a little bit of a description here. We know that they've got a Discord, which is good. And obviously I will be talking in more detail about Discord on other videos, so stay tuned to my channel. We also have a Twitter handle, Boho Bones NFT, and then also a website. And the website is going to be the next point in which we're going to go to after this. So bear with me on that one. what we have here is the price and supply, 0.08 ETH. So it's quite a high sort of minting price for an initial one, which is good. It's kind of middle ground. They've got some confidence behind them. Clearly, they're backing themselves, which means I would expect them to have a good community for them thinking that this is going to be a good drop for them. And about 12,000 in total available for you. Now, the time and date is not available yet because they're on pre-sale. And my understanding of what a whitelist is that you can buy some tokens to get access to that pre-sale early. They haven't said whether or not that pre-sale means you'll be getting things cheaper, but it's a good idea to keep an eye on that and get involved if you're really passionate about this particular NFTs. So what I have noticed in my own research is that the Boho Bones .band doesn't work. So I went and checked out what their actual website was, and that is bohobones.com. So that's something that Rarity probably needs to update on here. Now, one thing I will say about Rarity is I'm not sure what their vetting process for NFTs are, but they aren't showing every single NFT on there. A lot of people are using it as a bit of kudos to say that their NFTs are being listed. So it's a good place for you to start your research to know that it's kind of maybe separated the wheat from the chaff a little bit. So this, like I say, is a good place to start. So this is your upcoming section of all the upcoming sales. And this will save you from being on Telegram, from Clubhouse, from getting those tip-offs on Reddit and things. Kind of cuts all of that hard work out. And then it can kind of give you some options that you can start with. I will always suggest that you go and do more additional research. These are just the bare bones of the research I do before I go and start purchasing my NFTs. So this is stage one on my tick list, is to go to rarity.tools and check out things that catch my attention. Once I've done that, we click over to the website for the brand. And here, this is the website of Boho Bones. So we've got 375 plus visuals, 121 unique songs. So that might be a rare element that you're looking for if you want to pay a little bit more and kind of get something that is a little bit more rare. And live backgrounds. So it gives you an example of some of the songs here. You can't really clearly see it. Their website needs to be a little bit more updated. There's some things that aren't sitting really well, but we'll just keep going and seeing what we find out about these guys. Now, here is an overview of the roadmap. Now, the roadmap is really important because for me, I need to know what the future trajectory of this NFT is. Because number one, you need to buy an NFT because you like it, right? We're not in the business, or I'm certainly not in the business of doing a quick flip. I want to hold on to some NFTs and hope that in the future I prosper from them as well as enjoying them as I've got them right now. So what this overview will do for you is to give you an idea of what they're planning to do in the future, depending on how many NFTs they sell. So we've got a lot of good stuff happening here. And if we go on further down, we have a breakdown of what this means. So Boho Bones is built with collectors and creators in mind. We created an amazing visual experience for our holders paired with ownership of award-winning audio by our in-house award-winning producer. Ooh, so it sounds good. Everything's pointing in the right direction. Our vision is long-term supporting artists and entertaining the community is key from the onset. So this, and then they go into more detail as to how they'll do it. So again, it's piqued my interest. One of the big things that I like about NFT communities is, and ones that I think will do well, are the ones that are going to give back in the future. So here, what you can see is that when they reach 80%, the Boho Bones artists will grant a minting scholarship. Oh, we're just going a little bit further down. I'll go back to this first page so you can see it a bit better. They'll grant a scholarship, which is going to be open for applications, which I think is really exciting. Something that gives back to the community is always a good thing. So we check out their website, see what their other artwork's like. Maybe this is kind of an insight into like the team who's behind it. I think having a good number of different skill sets behind the team is always good for you to know. And then they've got some frequently asked questions, which I definitely suggest you read and understand and get grips with and see if they are really serious about what they're doing. So this is a good step 2 for you guys, is to just do that little additional research, find out about as much as you can about them and get involved in the community. So once you've done that, and if you're satisfied with everything that you're reading there, great. We move on to the next step. We do a little bit more research. This happens on Twitter. So now we've got to find Boho Bones on Twitter. And again, we just need to cross-reference a few things. We need to just check that their mission statement is kind of the same as what they've been putting on the website and what we've seen on Rarity. So reshaping the music industry. Do the numbers match? 12,345 NFTs. Yep, that's correct. And then the pricing is the same as what we're expecting the drop to be. And here is the actual link to their website. So this is where I got it from before. So I think Rarity needs to update things. And I kind of like the fact that they've got their own hashtag already. So they're planning big things there. Now, one of the things that I like to do on Twitter is to click on to the hashtag if they're giving you that, and to see what other people are saying about this. Okay, so Boho Bones reminding me of myself waiting for the inevitable. Someone's already talking about a giveaway. Some people are mentioning Boho Bones, which is good. So yeah, so there's a bit of excitement in the community and the NFT audience space already. So that's a good sign for me. And then if we just go back to their main page, we want to have a quick look at how many followers they've got. So because the NFT space is actually still relatively small and new, it's essentially a niche within a niche of crypto, right? So we're at a really early stage. If you're watching this video when it first came out, then congratulations, you're in early doors. And what this is telling you is that actually you don't have to have like 200,000 followers on Twitter to show that you've got a good community behind you. What this can show you is that maybe you've got 1,000 to 3,000 community members following your Twitter account pre-launch. That's kind of okay. You know, if you're looking for red flags or markers, I think anything that's got lower than that, I think you'd be a little bit dubious, and you might want to hold and wait and see what the excitement is all about and what actually happens to them in the future. But 12,000 followers looks pretty good to me. And then how I want to just back that up is just by checking the actual posts themselves and making sure that they actually get some form of level of engagement that really reflects the amount of followers that they've got here as well. So again, you're not actively doing anything other than doing your research. And this is really important because, you know, I'm not here to tell you how spend your money or your hard-earned cryptocurrency. I'm just telling you what I do in order to make more strategic decisions to get those kind of NFTs that I think are going to have a good long life to them and are going to be worth the investment. And don't get me wrong, 0.08 ETH is not necessarily cheap. And then you put the gas fees on top of it, which we'll talk about in another video, and it adds up and it adds up. So please only spend the amount of money that you are willing to lose. Okay, that is a little disclaimer from me. This is not financial advice at all. This is just a following of my journey. So then we've had a look at the Twitter handle. Everything kind of adds up, which is great. And you've got kind of an active community on Twitter that is looking forward to it. I do think that if it hasn't dropped yet with the first drop, you're not going to necessarily get this huge audience. The buzz will be built over time. So about 1,200 followers is okay at the moment. Then what you want to do is you want to see if they've got a Discord, because this takes your community research into a whole other level. And Boho Bones, if I click on their Discord, has here about 1,100 members on their Discord and 363 members online. So when you are looking for which NFT you want to kind of seriously think about purchasing, you can go on their Twitter and then go through to see if they've got a Discord, and you can basically sit on this page and make a judgment based on these numbers first and foremost. If you're then thinking everything adds up and, you know, 1,100, that's kind of reflective of what they've got on Twitter, which is good. Anything more is even better. Then you can accept the invite and get involved in Discord. And again, I'm going to do some introductions to Discord because I know a lot of people aren't familiar with it and it is quite overwhelming. It took me a good week or so to get my head around what it looks like, what you do, how you get involved, what all the servers are. So stick with me on this channel and I'll take you through much more in-depth knowledge of that very, very soon. But I just want to show you that this is the section which is kind of the final step of the journey before stepping into the Opensea marketplace to go and do my research on there before I finally find that I'm going to place an order and join the drop on the NFT. But This is the moment that takes you through that early journey. This is the bare bones of the research that you need to do in order to get yourself knowledgeable about a particular NFT before you decide to purchase. So if you've got time between now and the actual drop, the things that you need to do in between all of this is go on Reddit, speak to people on Twitter, definitely get involved in the Discord if you think that this is a particular goer for you, and then speak to the community and see why they're, I suppose, evangelical about this particular NFT. Having that community backing is going to be really, really important, particularly with everything that's out there. Community is key, and how they grow the brand is going to be massive for you to understand that there is a strong trajectory behind it. And when you've done that, the next step is to get ready for when they launch on Opensea. Okay guys, so that was my step-by-step guide for how I do my initial research into finding a great NFT for me to buy. It takes time. Don't rush it. Don't just spend money because you feel like you're getting FOMO. The big trick to this is to make sure that you are providing for yourself, not just for now, but for the future. So don't just spend money on any old NFT. Go and do your research, find the ones that are right for you, the ones that you're going to enjoy, and the ones that have got the right community behind them that will give you the backing that you need to make an informed decision to know that this is going to be right for you. I'm Bex from Nifty World. I want to thank you once again for tuning into this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to this channel for more great videos, and also follow me on Twitter at Nifty World. I'm here to help answering any questions that you guys have got. But for now, thanks so much for watching.